Okay, let's talk about lead magnets. Most businesses need a consistent way to generate leads and turn those leads into customers. Over the past few years, I've helped generate hundreds of thousands, at least, of leads across a ton of different niches. And we use the same system every single time. So before we actually go into the whole system up here, let's just talk for a minute about what makes a good lead magnet. So the first thing is relevance, value, specificity, ease of use, quick win, and don't hold back. So relevance, it needs to be as relevant as possible to the current climate of your ideal customer, what current climate of their industry, the current trends, etc. A good example of this is for our course Micro Content Mastery, when Hormozy started creating those kind of very specific Hormozy style reels. That you see with all the short form content now. We created a lead magnet about how to create those Hormozy style reels. So it was super relevant to current trends and what people were doing, what people were trying to replicate. So find something that's really relevant to the current climate or problems or industry that your client or your ideal client is in. Value. You need to make sure that you go above and beyond with giving value in your lead magnet. There's no shortage of free information out there. There's a ton of free information on YouTube, just like what you're watching right now, that you don't have to opt in for. So if you want someone to exchange their contact info for your lead magnet, you need to make sure that it goes above and beyond when it comes to adding value. Specificity, you want to make it as specific as possible to your ideal customer's niche, industry, pain points, problems, etc. Don't go broad with your lead magnet. Find out what is the biggest problem or pain point that your ideal customer faces that you can realistically solve, and go as specific into that as possible for your lead magnet. Ease of use, you want to make it as accessible as possible. So as soon as they opt in, you want them to be able to get that lead magnet right away, whether that's a webinar, a PDF, a free course, whatever it is. Just make it super clear to them how they will get that lead magnet, and then automate the process of instantly sending it to them so they can dive in right away. Quick win. This is perhaps the most important thing when it comes to actually converting leads into sales. You need to make sure that they get a quick win from your lead magnet. So if you are solving a pain point or a problem, by the end of your lead magnet, that should be solved, okay? Like, they should have a noticeable win in their business, in their personal life, in their hobby, whatever it is. Don't hold back. This is perhaps the biggest mistake I see people make, is they think, well, I'm trying to sell a product or service, so I don't want to give away too much in my lead magnet. I'm going to hold some of it back. Absolutely do not do that. Alex Hormozy likes to say, give away the information, sell the implementation. So keep that in mind. Give away all of the information, and then if they need help implementing the information, that's where you can come in and you can actually sell them on something. But just don't hold back, give it all away. Couple pro tips: add bonuses to push people over the fence. I'll show an example of this at the end of the video of a really high converting lead magnet page with bonuses. Like I said, there's so much free content out there. People are pretty wary about opting in these days, so you want to push people over the edge with not only the lead magnet, but some really relevant bonuses. And also add social proof onto your opt-in page of what people are saying about the lead magnet specifically. Try to get as specific as possible. So if you're solving a problem with this lead magnet, ask people who've already gone through it for some feedback, and then take some screenshots of that feedback and put it on there. Also remember that the quality of your lead magnet will be the first impression on the quality of your offer, excuse the typo there, or service. So you want to make sure that your lead magnet as your first impression is really, really high value, really well done. It doesn't have to be like a professional video or professional quality. That's not really what matters. When I'm talking about the quality, what I'm talking about is the quality of the information and how fast you're helping them solve the problem. So real quick, let's just go through the exact process that we use every single time for every single lead magnet, regardless of niche. It all starts obviously with driving traffic. You can search on my channel or other channels or wherever you like to go for information on actually driving traffic. But typically it's going to be through paid ads, organic content, or your email list. From there, we're going to send them to our lead magnet opt-in page, where we are presenting the information and the problems we will be solving in a clear way, and getting them to exchange their contact info for the free value that we are giving them. Like I said earlier, this is where bonuses can really help increase conversions. After they opt in, we're going to tag them accordingly, put them into our pipelines, our automations, whatever we're doing on the back end. And there we're going to send them to our lead magnet consumption or confirmation page. If it's something like a webinar or free training, it's going to be a consumption page where they watch it right there. If it's something like a PDF, free course are downloadable. It's going to be a confirmation page that lets them know, hey, you're signed up. Here's how you're going to access your lead magnet. Make that super, super clear. Once they've opted in, they should be tagged again. And from there, what I like to do is over the first 7 days post opt-in, I send them a minimum of 7 emails. Now, these 7 emails should be as specific to the lead magnet as possible. That means they are super specific to the niche of the customer. They're super specific to the problem that the lead magnet was solving and to the pain points that you are easing. So the first email is typically a follow-up because a lot of times people opt in for something, but then they don't actually watch it or they don't watch all of it. So the first thing I always like to do is right away shoot them a follow-up and say, hey, did you get a chance to actually watch that? What's really cool is if you're using a software like HighLevel, like I use, you can actually, let's say it's a webinar, you can actually make certain follow-ups based on the percentage that they watched of that webinar, which is really cool. You can get really specific, but it's always going to be a follow-up just to remind them to actually consume it, because that's the biggest problem we see when it comes to conversions is people opt in for lead magnet, they don't consume the lead magnet. Then I like to follow this cadence. Value, so again, take into consideration what the training was on or what the lead magnet was on. What is the niche? What are the problems they have? What was the problem this was solving? So we want to add some additional value around that. It could be an additional resource or tool or helpful information. Then social proof. Here's what other people who have gone through this lead magnet are saying, or who have gone through my product or service are saying about the product or service. Then value again, social proof again, value again, value again. Then what we do from here is we tag them. It's all automated, but we tag them. The tag I use is lead-master drip. So after the first 7 days, they get these super custom and super specific emails specific to the lead magnet. They get tagged. Then they go into our master email drip, which is essentially the email drip that's going to follow up with them on autopilot for the rest of their lifespan as a lead. And this is typically going to be less specific to the actual lead magnet because you're probably running multiple lead magnets. It's going to be more broad. It's going to be, again, just less specific to this, but we want to make sure that we have that first 7 days of emails as specific as possible, then put them into our master email and get them more broad. So this is the process we use every single time. It works every single time, providing you actually have a good lead magnet that ticks all these boxes. So a quick example of this for Power Disc Golf Academy is a free mini course. So basically we took 4 of the best lessons and most value-packed lessons from our main course. We give them away for free. So we're not holding anything back. And we let them know all the problems we're going to be solving. So we're going to teach them how to do this touch shot, max distance, uphill shots, pre-shot routine and checklist. We're just making it super clear on everything they're getting. We're showing them some high quality visuals, right? Because again, we want to show this is a high quality product, showing them some sneak peeks of those lessons. But here's those bonuses that I talked about earlier. So in order to really get people over the fence and really increase that conversion rate to do exceptionally well, we say, hey, in addition to those 4 free lessons, you're going to get 3 bonuses instantly, a free workshop from one of our coaches, a 49-page fieldwork PDF guide, and then a second free workshop from another one of our coaches. This lead magnet converts at around 40%. So typically the average for a lead magnet is between 5 and 15%. So because of the things we're doing, and especially those bonuses, before the bonuses, it was converting about 25%. It went up almost another 20% after we added those bonuses in. But if you can tick all these boxes and then you follow this pattern right here in this strategy, you'll have a really good success rate with your lead magnets. If you have any questions, you can email me down below or, of course, comment down below. If you want to learn more about creating lead magnets and funnels, I've got a completely free funnel bootcamp that you can join down below. If you have any questions, just let me know. If not, I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.